Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
Do it. It's the right thing to do. Living in Las Vegas starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, that groovy little podcast that gives you a true first-person look into what it's like to call Sin City your home. Yeah! The Living in Las Vegas podcast. And now your host, yes, a man who clearly needs some kind of introduction, otherwise you wouldn't know who he was. Sing it, brother Scott. Mr. Scott Whitney. Yeah, I know what you want. You want a little bit of Scotty with his big old shoe toes. A little bit of Scotty got his toes, shoes on. I kind of make you a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Nauseated. That's not it. No, I make her hot because I wear shoes with toes in them. And I've been asked about it before, and it's like 10 little toe angels giving me little hugs. Ah! Anyways, this is a Living in Las Vegas podcast. I am your humble host, Scott Whitney. It's great to have you here. Huge crowd in the studio audience today. Thank you, everybody. Good-looking crowd here today. Fascinatingly, most of them are naked. And before I say anything else, I think I should introduce the love of my life. She's been gone. She was on a trip to Effingham, where she passed the Effingham. She passed the effing cheese, passed the effing lasagna. And they cheated at cards like all of them do, which is true. I've seen it. It's not nice. Ladies and gentlemen, big hand. Mrs. Melissa Whitney. Big, big hand for her. There she is. There she is.
Trying to do this?
Miss America. Yeah, she's a good look. Oh, that's nice. At the beginning of the show, she said, did I wear this out before? Did I wear this? And I said, you know what? You don't have to worry about it anymore because the soon-to-be Queen of England is recycling her clothes.
Duchess of
right?
Cambridge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
She's making it the thing to do. She's like, hey, we don't have to buy new clothes all the time.
Heck no.
No.
Who does that?
I wore this same green dress 3 years ago at a party on a boat. Now I'm wearing it to a wedding. It's the right thing to do. So I tip my hat to the Duchess of York or whoever she is.
Well,
is she?
I usually don't
Cambridge.
sit down. I mean, I usually don't. I just come directly from work. I mean, I got here 15 minutes ago.
Which is the way
So,
all real entertainers do. They come in, hey, I got to do my show, and boom, you're out, while the hardworking studio people...
So, I was just like, God, did I wear this last week?
Did you just say GD it? Unbelievable.
No.
People...
I said G-O-D.
Yeah, but...
I did not say G-D.
You didn't say it?
No, ask
really?
Ted.
Well,
I
Ted...
just said G-O-D.
Mm-hmm.
I did
you
not
didn't say
GD
it?
No.
We'll see. Taking a note. This will be my Melissa Cussy notes.
I didn't cuss. I swear.
All right. Well, Ted doesn't know. He doesn't want to get involved, probably. Anyways, Living in Las Vegas stuff. The website is livinginlv.com. That's livinginlv.com. Of course, the Vegas Video Network site is vegasvideonetwork.com. That's vegasvideonetwork.com. Hey, check out our new and improved listener line. Okay, Scott, where do I do that? Well, you call us. You go 866-966-4599. We've got one coming up today that was downright mean-spirited, but I'm playing it anyways because I fear nothing, especially young punks who are about to get their ass handed to them.
I see a little something brewing.
Oh, something's coming. Don't you worry about that. Of course, you may want to send us an email because you don't want to hear your dulcet tones on the big radio, and I don't blame you. Well, then you go ahead and send that email to onairq@livinginlv.com. That's onairq@livinginlv.com. What are you doing, Scott? Oh. getting something ready for.
I know. What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't. There we go. By the way, there's something else that we participate in. I've heard about it. I think it might have legs. We call it the Facebook. We have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Vegas Video Network. If you're not a friend, please come by and be a friend. And now I'm going to make a request of all the groovy people in the live chat right now. If you look at the video that you're watching, at the lower right corner, you'll see a little couple icons that say Facebook and Twitter share. If you'll click on that little share icon and share it on Facebook, you'll actually embed this video live in your Facebook feed, which is pretty cool. So all I'll do is I ask you to do that now. We'll wait. All my friends are getting on the Facebook. They're putting their Facebook things on too. They're saying, wait, they're saying, oh, you got to go to Facebook and watch Living in Las Vegas. And Doug has already done it. So big hand for Doug. Woo! Thank you, Doug. Good man.
Good job.
And Doug gets the award for the most responsive.
What did he say? Done or
He
what?
just said done.
Very cool.
Mm.
See, I'm still not liking my hair.
Doug is, oh my God, what a girly thing to say. Yeah, so Facebook, and a big shout out to LiLV in Nevada. Did you hear my subliminal message? Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is, you got to do it. Weather today, it's getting up there again. About a 110, 84 pool. Still, 84 for a couple weeks now. Consistent.
We're in the zone.
We're in the zone. It got up to 87, I think it was a couple weeks ago, back to 84, because it cooled off a little bit over the weekend. I had rain over the weekend. It was crazy. Anyways.
I had rain, too.
Right, in Effingham.
Yes, quite a lot, actually. Right. Not quite 3 inches in like 2 hours.
Your mom said it was like 70%, well, 100% humidity when it's raining, but.
Yeah, it was so unbelievably humid.
Yeah, it's tough.
All those people should have good skin. They're like perpetually getting a facial there. It was unbelievable.
If you've been to Effingham, our apologies. Some Vegas video update stuff. First of all, pretty cool. We heard from we did last week's show. We talked about the Smith Center and their Broadway thing. You know, Mary Poppins, best movie in the world. And a couple other ones that I don't really care about because Mary Poppins is the real one. Anyways, I got a call the next day by the director of PR for them, thanking us for the podcast, which I thought was really sweet.
They were right on it. They must have had
Google News thing going, and so they saw it, and boom, they gave us a call. She left a really nice voicemail, and invited Melissa and I to come by and take a look at. Kind of behind the scenes, you know.
I'm excited to do that.
Yeah, they're about 8 months out, and but they've got a bunch of mock-ups, and she wants us to come by and take a look. So not this Friday, but next, we're going. You probably didn't know that.
I did not know that. What time are we doing this?
About 4:30 or 5 or so, something like that.
I might need to pencil that in my schedule. 4:35.
Something like
Where's
that.
it at?
It's actually not at that place. It's a different place.
Right, because they're building the place.
Right, and I don't remember.
Well, all right. I'm really excited to go.
Mm-hmm. But she was super complimentary.
You know how sometimes they do like run-throughs before, just to test everything. Mm-hmm. I would love to go and do that too.
Yeah,
I cannot think of what that is called. There's a word for it where they have, is it dry runs, dress rehearsals? Something.
Oh, you mean for the plays and stuff?
Yeah, or ballet or whatever. I mean, is the very first thing they're doing there the Broadway things?
Those 4, yeah.
They won't have any dance or anything prior to that?
Oh, you know what? There was some talk about that, I think, on the chat last week.
Because I think it opens in March.
Right.
And the plays don't start until March, April. Well, maybe that's right.
I don't know. But the good news is we're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Everybody in the chat, please tell Shannon what he should be doing with the Facebook connections on the video. I want the chat to kind of like just make it happen. So that's pretty cool. And then, when you run your own biz, like I do, network
biz,
you want to reach out to the young kids.
Oh, God.
You do. You want to help the young kids, help them grow, help them be better adults, better men.
You want to nurture them.
I do want to nurture them.
And mentor them?
Nurture and mentor. Mostly men. I don't know why that is. I just happen to like to nurture men. Anywho, we have had many young men approach me and say, I think you're quite cute. No, they've approached me and said, hey, we'd like to help out at the Vegas Video Network. Love to do that.
We have had a few.
Yes.
And you like company.
I do like company. And I need somebody to help pry Jacob's arms out from around me when he gives me big bear hugs.
Jacob the hugger.
Jacob the hugger. And so one of these young men is a gentleman named Wayne. Now, we're going to hear a little bit about Wayne a little bit later in the show.
Oh.
But Wayne has come in. He's been a helper bee on Mondays for quite some time.
Nice
some
guy.
time now. Very
nice
guy. Friendly fellow.
He is.
Very friendly. Oh,
he brings libations.
Well, he does do that. He's a good man. And so Wayne, he's a young fella. Young fella. He's in his 20s. Okay, young.
Gosh.
He's got a little bit of, what's the word? Piss and vinegar, if you will. Little piss and vinegar.
As you do when you're 20.
Yeah, sure. And
what do you have when you're 50? What do you call that? Stamina?
Brilliance. Well, thank you. Let's breathe that in for a little bit. Yes, stamina. I would say.
Are you blushing?
Experience. Am I? I would hope not, because I am stamina'd.
I'm surprised you haven't asked if I was flirting with you.
I can't tell. Nobody knows. You're not flirting. No, I actually do know. You actually start to look slightly drunk when you're flirting.
Well, we're drinking. We're having our...
Right, but you do this thing. Now, which is really pretty cute. Anyway, so God bless Wayne. He gets out there and he's, starting to talk a little bit about, he plays a little bit of miniature golf.
How'd this come up?
Who? He's young. He's 20. He doesn't know anything else to talk about.
Who brought it up?
Oh, I'm sure Wayne did. And so he's talking a little crap-a-molies. I'm like, oh, you're a golfer, are you? A miniature golfer. Nice. I play a little bit. Oh, come on, old man. Oh.
Did he say that?
I'm sure he did. And
You're sure he did.
I'm pretty sure he did. He's a mouthy kid. And so he's talking and talking.
A little cocky?
But he doesn't understand, what he fails to recognize, that I grew up in the miniature golf capital of the world.
Oh.
Southern California.
Is that what they call it?
It's not on the brochures, but that's what it is.
Oh.
There's basically a miniature golf course off of every freeway off-ramp in Southern California.
Is that true?
There are so many. I probably played in 16 different miniature golf courses down in Southern California.
Wow, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere.
Well, did you have a favorite?
Probably. Golfland. I did have a favorite, actually. Oh, it brings back some pretty cool memories.
What are you going to sing?
Kumbaya. Yeah. Anyway, so poor Wayne's like, yeah, I'll kick your butt in the mini golf. Is it really? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I will, old man. Really? So he heated it up last night.
He's
God
pinging
bless
you,
his
isn't
soul.
he?
He's doing a little ping. He heated up last
has
night.
This been going on for a while?
A couple of 3 weeks. Yeah, sure.
Oh, my God.
Oh, sure.
I had no idea.
You know what? I'm kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm calm. I'm like Kwai Chang Kane. I'm not going to let the little grasshopper hassle me.
I think a grasshopper.
Yeah, I'm this. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, right.
That's not what I usually think.
No, I'm Zen-like, but after a while, the guy's like a little bit. He's like a little freaking beep 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 in my ear. I'm like, okay. So let's go ahead and kind of get at it, big fella.
He's like a mosquito.
He shows up right in your ear, which I always get, and never happens to you, by the way, which angers me to no end. No, it's because you're not sweet. I'm sweet. And so next thing you know, he comes in yesterday with a trophy, a pre-made trophy for the first annual Vegas Video Network Mini Golf Invitational. I said, okay, let's go, my friend.
Do you have a picture of the trophy?
I don't, but it's a shot glass with a golf ball in it. Shot glass,
is it
golf
glued
ball,
in there?
I don't know. With a piece of paper on it with the Vegas Video Network logo and a white space for what will inevitably be my name. So we've decided to do this, the first annual Vegas Video Network Mini Golf Invitational. Invitations have been set out. It's mostly all the hosts here and Wayne, and the people who have helped at the network. and a few other selected people who I think I can beat. And those people, we're all going to get together and play a little golf. And we're all going to
miniature golf, not real
miniature golf. We're going to revel in what will ultimately be my victory. Surprisingly enough, David Ivey, also Southern California, played a little mini golf. So already, I see this is going to be a competitive play.
Well, hopefully David can come, and
David is already committed.
The three of you will give it a go.
And already, there's people in the chat who's already saying that they could. Maya, I'd kick your butt, she says. I laugh at Maya. She cannot kick my butt. I grew up in mini golf world. Can't happen. So anyways, that's coming up. Again, there it is. You can tell it's official because it looks fancy. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's fancy. And we're playing at the only outdoor golf course, mini golf course in all of Las Vegas. And it's going to be brutal.
Well, do they have an indoor one?
They've got a bunch of indoor ones, but that's for girls.
Where?
Oh, I don't know. Does anybody really know what time it is? Anyways, so that's it. Wayne will be coming back a little bit later. He decided to make a little phone call, leave us a little message, and had a few things to say about me and some stuff. We'll be listening to Wayne a little bit later.
That's funny.
It's not going to be funny after I rip his lungs out. Anyways, other things going on. Last week in the chat, the Crank and Chat here with good people, there started to be this groundswell of a Living in Las Vegas meetup. Who loves that? Me. And God bless his soul, Ted from AccessVegas.com. That's AccessVegas.com. One of my favorite places to hang out and learn about things that you can do. And one of the best newsletters ever, just so you know. Ted is kind of putting his arms around a little bit for us and trying to, wrangle a location, a place, making it happen. Ted is giving. I know what. Ted gets one of these.
Well, and I think Jackie's coming back. It'd be great if we could do it when Jackie's going to be here.
Right, Ted. Now I wrote September 9th, and you just wrote September 10th, Ted.
That's a difference.
We're a day off.
What day is the 10th?
Okay, it's the 9th. Okay. September 9th is the targeted date. Neon vacation. Is it a 2-night thing? No. So September 9th is the tentative Living in Las Vegas meetup. Details to follow. Ted, it looks like, is going to be leading the thing on this. Malia, you can go. So we're arranging the time so you, in fact, can come a little bit. So you're going to be okay. Will Living in Las Vegas be live on location? No, we will not be live on location because I don't need people seeing this live in a bar, which is likely where we're going to be having it. Anyway, that's pretty cool stuff. I'm appreciative of that. Big hand to Ted, and more details as we continue moving forward.
We always have so much fun at our meetups.
We really do. Yeah. So this weekend, Melissa was out of town, like I said, at the Effingham. And so I was all alone working pretty much the whole time.
You were not. That's such BS.
That's not BS. It's completely true.
You should have been. There are a few things you should have been doing.
None
of which
shopping.
you did. Shopping. Maybe gone to see your mom.
Oh, stop it. Now everybody thinks I'm a bad son.
No, you were just doing other things.
Right, I was busy.
But I have my own.
Thinking.
I have my own list.
Okay, well, that's great.
Thinking or recovering? Because in a little bit, we're going to talk about what you did.
Well, we're going to start off with what I did on this weekend because there was some pretty fun stuff. Al Mancini, our good friend Al Mancini from Top of the Food Chain. He was able to acquire a cabana at the very super fancy Caesar's Pool.
I have to say, I am very jealous that I didn't get to do that. Did you like the pool?
I did. It was.
Did you get in and frolic about?
I did. Now, there was a report on just lately.
What's that?
First of all, look at this. We're in the cabana. You can kind of see Al in the back and his wife, Sue, and a couple of their friends.
Who are so fun.
That is an ice bucket made of ice.
What?
An ice bucket made of ice.
That is awesome.
How cool is that? And it's kind of hard to tell in that photo, but it drips into like a pan. Hey.
Al's mohawk is not
and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. It's like seeing a dodo bird. You get to see the mohawk when it's not straight up and down. I'm telling you, this show is all about many things.
I've been wondering what Al's mohawk looks like when it's not
Well, you're about to see. It's pretty cool. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they've got you can't beat an ice bucket made of ice with ice in it. It's
No, you gotta have something in there.
Pretty slick. Oh well, but then there's more. So
Wait, was
I
that
actually
the ice they
wait a
served
minute,
with?
hold on. Talk for a minute. I asked. I sent. No wait, I don't think I got it. Did I get it?
I wasn't there. I'm not sure what you want me to talk about.
I sent a. No, I didn't get it.
I really am curious if they put stuff in the ice bucket. Or was the ice in the ice bucket just for like to put in the glasses?
Oh, I forgot to talk about pub crawl. Damn it! I should talk about that real fast.
Well, we're gonna have to go back now.
I will. Okay. So, anyways,
let's talk about this and then
right.
go.
So ice in the ice bucket, pretty cool. Is that cool? Is that it? Is that the extent of the cool? Could be. Would be pretty cool. No, there's more. So they make this big old giant drink, a punch, and I forgot the name of it. And I pinged Al on the Facebook, but I didn't get the information back in time enough. And get this. This is them bringing in this punch ball, also made of ice. It took two of them.
You didn't tell me this.
Yes. Two people. It comes on a big tray. I mean, it's a big production. So this big giant bowl made of ice is brought into your cabana.
I can't believe I missed out on this.
Oh, it's so cool. And then they also bring all this. All these different juices and fruits and elixirs. And they take all this stuff and they start pouring it in that big old bowl there. Put a little ice in there, of course. And then, boop, let's pour in some of that orange stuff. I don't know what that is.
That is awesome.
Isn't that cool? Oh, let's pour in some vodka.
Oh,
How much vodka?
God.
I don't know. How about a bottle? Okay.
Bottle?
There's a bottle of vodka that went into that bad boy.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice. And then a little stirry, and then we added some fruit and some mint and berries. You can see a lot of those have been already. Yeah, it was way cool.
Did you have so much fun?
Some mixy by the people who were working there. And then finally, a little bit more juice because you can never have too much juice.
That was so nice of Al to invite you.
Very
I'm really
nice.
so sad. I'm guessing I was invited too, but I'm
You were.
sad that I couldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But one, let's just face it, Al and Sue, they're a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun.
Besides that, Al and Sue are a lot of fun. That looked pretty spectacular. I have never. Can we go back? Can we go and get a cabana?
Maybe. And then here you can see Al with his mohawk, not quite 100%, happily awaiting his drink.
Beverage.
By the way, this is the cabana we're in. We're on the ground floor. They have 8 pools at this place.
Where is the pool in this picture?
We see where all the fountains are. Those fountains are in the middle of one of 8 pools. So this is the major pool there. And they've got a bunch of other ones. Did you know they had a topless pool there? A European pool?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I've been.
What? You'd never been, a liar.
No.
It was
I
interesting
would.
because, we have our own pool and we don't, and it's easy for us. You have your own pool. You put your bathing suit on, you go to your pool. But my question to the audience is, what is the etiquette for what you wear walking through a casino to go to a pool?
I have my opinion.
And let's hear it.
I think you should wear a swimsuit cover up. Cover it up, girls. Just don't go walking. Have a little class.
Right. How about the men?
I think you don't need to go strutting through there just in your bikini.
Which we saw a lot of at Cosmopolitan.
I think that is unnecessary. And you know what? They have some cute. I know you want to be cute and you want to be sexy and
Nothing wrong
come
with
on,
that.
just wear something cute and sexy that covers you up a little bit.
Right.
I just.
What about the men? What do they wear?
I think they wear their swim trunks and they wear a T-shirt or some sort of shirt.
So it's okay to wear.
We don't want to see you in all your glory, whether
What's
you're
my
male or
glory?
female.
What would a man's glory be? Just, no shirt, you mean?
Yeah.
Who would do that? So
Well,
I
trust
really...
me, like those New Jersey Shore people with their cut abs.
Oh, yeah.
They
like
would
me?
totally go, yes, just like you. They would go strutting through.
Soon to be like me,
there
right, James?
With no shirt on. I think it's tacky. That's my own 2 cents.
So I struggled.
Put
I really
some clothes
struggled.
on and walk over when you get to the pool, derobe to your swimsuit, and frolic about.
So
But
I...
you don't need to be walking through there. You got families and kids, I don't know, just...
I thought I should probably wear
like a grown-up.
regular short shorts and then change when I got to the pool. But I thought, screw that.
No, you can wear your swim trunks.
Right, which was I did. I wore swim trunks and a button-up shirt like this. And one of their friends literally changed from her dress to her bikini in the booth or in the cabana. But she did it like, you've seen those movies where you do it where you're covered up and you can't see and you're doing it. Yeah,
like a surfer.
She did that. It's distracting.
Yeah, but she didn't walk through the casino in her bathing suit.
No.
She
did not do that.
Some people need a lot of attention, and those people I usually wonder about why they need so much attention.
Right. So, anywho, 8 pools, buckets made of ice, the big giant drink, and some really nice pools. Did you
have
report.
Any food?
No.
What time did you get there?
About 1:30 or so.
How many people did you guys have in the cabana?
Not many.
Was it a big cabana?
It was just it was smaller than the cabana we had over at M. It was like the cabana size at the smaller ones at M, probably. I mean, it's just a regular cabana, basically. It had TV.
Yeah, but any cabana is pretty
they're very
fantastic.
Nice. It's super nice. No, it was a very nice
So
time.
you and Al were frolicking about in this. Did anyone bring you frozen grapes?
No. Are they supposed to?
I think that at the Caesars pool, I heard little Greek goddesses come around and feed frozen grapes. Maybe they don't do that anymore.
We didn't get that.
That's because you got the super duper, fruit punch.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. We got a little wink and a nod because we knew people. Actually, we didn't know somebody. Al knew somebody.
Well, I have to tell you, Al, if you ever get a cabana again, I'm your girl. Call me. I'm all about the cabana, and
it was fun.
And pools in general. Pools, like the whole thing, I'll tell you, that's one of my favorite things about Vegas.
I love it.
Would you agree?
Well, it's weird because he was saying that he talked to a few people and they're like, who already had pools. I'm like, well, we already have our own pool. Why would I want to go to the Strip?
For the
Which
experience.
I get it. Well, I get it. No, I understand the concept, but I'm like, I can get to go to a cabana at Caesars, which is a really nice pool. Yeah, I'm going.
And it's an experience, you hang out. It's not just swimming. It's
right.
the
swimming and drinking and hanging out and stuff.
Yeah, it's the experience, and you get to hang out with Al and Sue. Jeez,
right,
who'd say no to that?
And the pool is nice. I hadn't been in the pool. I don't think.
Was it hot?
It was cool, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a nice day and it worked out well.
Yeah,
and
they didn't heat the
I don't
pool
think
water?
it was 84. They actually advertised that it is heated. And there was this article I was about to mention before about pools here last week that was not a good article. It basically said that all these like rehab and
are like big cesspools
are like bad.
Bad, like dirty water. You mean?
Yeah, like there's stuff in it, like urine and other stuff.
Of course there is.
Yeah,
is
other
that like
stuff.
Yeah, of course there is.
Like
is
fluids.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, but when
you
it's
went
printed,
to rehab with. You've seen it.
Yeah, I didn't get in the pool. Actually, I think I did get in the pool.
I got in the pool, and I got to tell you, I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah. Well, so.
But we were having so much fun. I'm not sure it really mattered, but.
Right. That's when we saw Cece DeVille from Poison.
Yeah.
Who's about this big, and I've never seen somebody this big, that drunk before. He's a leprechaun. Little leprechaun
this
running
big
around.
is very short.
He's a little guy. Just wasted off his butt. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
Pretty wasted.
But the water looked pristine. It wasn't that kind of vibe. It didn't have.
Yeah, it's not rehab. This
it wasn't.
Is the place where there's families and stuff, right?
Seething with people going. Rah, rah. It was like two guys, goofy guys, trying to pick up a pretty.
Well, rehab. There's a stripper pole in the middle of the pool area.
Yeah.
So
right,
there
right.
you go.
Which is good, actually. I mean, it's terrible. Who would do that?
There's crazy stuff going on there.
I would never do that. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. Many thanks to Al and Sue for inviting me out there. It was a great time, and I kind of highly recommend it.
Are you going to talk about Al's mohawk?
Well, I did. You mean that it was a little slumped?
Yeah. And then why?
By the way,
just plops it up.
Here. By the way, we also had another bottle of vodka in there. A bottle of vodka in a glass. A ice bucket made of ice. And what's smart is the ice melts, and then you've got very, very cold water rising up over the bucket. You see what I mean? Now, I did take out one picture. It was Al flipping me off. I didn't feel that was necessary.
No, I don't understand about the bucket. Doesn't
when
the
that,
water
when that,
doesn't
when
it
that
shed
bucket,
and melt on the outside?
It also melts on the inside.
Yeah.
And so it fills up that bucket with ice cold water.
What happens with the water on the outside?
It falls off to that side. Do you see that platform it's sitting on?
Yes.
That the water goes inside that.
Is that like a reservoir?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's very clever. It's very clever.
You know how you can get shot glasses that you make out of ice? I wonder if there's some kind of mold
Don't we?
for an ice bucket.
Clearly, they have them. But you should have seen them coming out with that big giant thing. I mean, it literally had 5 people bringing it up to our booth.
I want to do that.
It's pretty fun. It's about $400.
I want to do that. Everybody could pitch in.
It's $400.
Everybody pitch in.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say, we normally add a little bit of vodka to it, to the mix, like in our own glasses, a little bit more to give it a little bit more. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyways, hey, I forgot to mention this. I wanted to say this. We did a little. I sat in for Alicia yesterday at the pub crawl, and what?
That's a crazy picture of David.
That's fun. We were having a good time there. We had a good time. Our goal for that show was simply to add 100 pounds to the set. And so I sat in for Alicia, and we were successful. But we had a good time. We talked about burlesque. Now, Melissa asked me to talk about burlesque. I don't know why. We talked about it ad infinitum yesterday. It's a really pretty good show.
But some people might listen to our show that don't listen to Pub Crawl.
Well, I don't want to be all burlesque all the time.
At?
It was at Boomer's Bar, which is in an industrial area off of like west of 15. In kind of an industrial area, I think I said.
I kind of feel like we should go again. Is it every Friday night?
No, I think it's once a month, and that place is too big. I mean, too small. So
that's it. You're not going again?
Well, I won't go there again. It's too small. There was 100. I think I said 110, 130 people in a room that was built for maybe 100.
You wouldn't go?
Not there. It was too cramped.
What if I really wanted to go?
Okay, we'll go. Why do you want to go see burlesque, you naughty kid?
Oh, I think burlesque is fascinating. You don't? That place that
good.
they had,
I liked it.
That place they used to have at Mandalay was awesome.
Oh, that's a different level.
I know, but wasn't that really good?
That was more stripper than burlesque, by the way. This was more just because it just had the people at what was that called? 40 Dues? 42
yeah,
Dues?
40 Dues.
They had a much more. Well, first of all, they were taller and thinner as a.
But you never really saw the whole shebang.
Whereas at this one, you saw, well, not the whole shebang. They're all wearing pasties. Can a brother get a pasty? Pasties, and something down there, basically. Some are a little disappointing.
Big loose or what?
I don't know. Some were disappointing. I'll be honest, but it was fun. It was too hot. It was too crowded. It was just but it was fun. It's not hard to have fun watching semi-naked women. Would have been better if you were there.
Why?
Because
I wouldn't have been up there.
No, but it would have been better just so you would say it's okay. Keep watching.
Well, I knew you were going there. You were with a bunch of people. What's going to happen?
Right, nothing.
No, because I know Sally was there. She's like a bulldog.
Sally and Jacob and David and Alicia, they're all watching.
Sally.
I don't know. Sally and I think Sally's on the. Yeah, she is. Sally was there. What did you think of it, Sally? I didn't really get a sense for where you are because I was kind of farther away from you.
You kind of appreciate, I understand what you're saying. These were, from what I gathered last night, these were people that were in the class, and this was basically
not all of them.
Some of them. This was like their recital. And then they supplemented it with some more experienced people. And at the end, they sort of have a finale with a professional level person.
You know what? That's a really good description of it. And you weren't there. It was a little recital. One gal, we talked about it, came in with had mask, all that. We're like, okay.
Mask?
I mean, it was like she was covered up like a thing. She takes it all off. And she, at the end of it, she was wearing a dress. David and I are like, TikTok, princess, get that dress off or get off the stage.
I think it's about the art of seduction.
Yeah, but that wasn't seductive. She's wearing a freaking Kmart dress. Get off. I want to see skin.
Now, I just have to say that it doesn't take that to generally get you
I'm telling
excitable.
You, ain't nobody got excited by the gal wearing a dress. Ain't nobody. Didn't happen. Whereas David mentioned last night, there was a gal who played the Grinch who started off basically unclothed.
Clothed.
And she eventually put her clothes back on. And I really liked that one because she started off unclothed. I'm like, all right, now we're getting it done. Now we're not wasting any time. Okay, let's do the reverse burlesque every time. Okay. And the last girl was amazing. She was very, very good. Anyway, so that was Boomers.
Time did you get home?
I don't know. It wasn't too late.
What time?
I don't know. 1. It wasn't that late. I'm not like I can't do what the Ivies do. They're out until midnight. I mean, the next day they're out a whole day and a half just doing their thing. It wasn't that late.
Okay.
Once it was done, I didn't stay around.
What time did you go to the pool the next day? To Caesar's.
The pool was that day, and then that night I went.
Oh, you went Saturday night.
No, it was both were Saturday. Saturday day was at the pool, so I went to the pool from like 1 to like 6.
So Friday night you just chilled out, and then Saturday was your big day, and Sunday was a recovery day.
Well, a little bit. Although it wasn't that bad. I mean, I didn't get hammered or anything. I didn't have anybody to drive, so I just kind of chilled out.
So you could have gone grocery shopping.
No, I was tired. Oh, you're setting me up? You're like a lawyer trying to play that game, really? No, I was tired. I was thinking. I was working on growing the network. I was testing things, big things that we're doing. No, I wasn't just sitting around. Nice. That's sweet. No, Melissa can't see the chat, Maya, and there's a reason for it. Because she can't pay attention to 2 things at once, and she's evil, and she's not very nice.
I can pay attention.
No, you can't. You even told me. And right, Maya's right. Scott wants to see boobies. That's right. She's right. I don't like them.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. They're terrible.
Clearly, you do.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe that's true. So, anyways, let's talk about something else. I think you guys know that last week I put on some crazy new shoes. Oh, Maya just did a boob graphic in the chat. It's unbelievable.
How's that work? Can I see?
It's like 2 things with a
little
dot.
Yeah.
Maya needs to step away from the keyboard.
I love Maya.
She's okay. That one. Let's talk about getting fit with Scotty. So I'm a little overweight. I would ask you not to watch Pub Crawl last night, because it really pretty demonstrated that I could lose about 30 pounds. Now, in my previous life, when we were in California, I spent a year on TV doing a thing called Get Fit with Malou, which was she's a local TV gal.
You were cut and
lost 35. I wasn't cut.
Yes, you were. In your stomach area, you had some good action.
No.
Yes, it was good.
Oh, it might be good.
It was good.
I lost 35 pounds, and that was pretty good. But I hated it.
You do hate to work out.
I was the comic relief. We did it for a whole year.
You don't like to sweat.
No,
period.
I don't mind sweating. I don't like working out.
Yes, you do. You don't want to sweat.
Humans
you don't like to work out.
We weren't created to work out.
Wait, now I know.
Oh, shit. I'm not in the shot. You could have told me that.
I was wondering, didn't you see me look at that? And I was like, what are you doing up there?
Thank you, Bob.
Jeez. It's all Melissa all night.
Right. That was terrible.
You didn't see me do this?
Why didn't you just say, hey, why? Before you have no problem saying, Scott, why aren't you doing the directing part right?
I figured you were doing it for some reason. Mm-hmm. I did not know.
Thank you. Jeez. Where has Scotty gone? I love my chat people.
See, they don't want to look just at me.
Thank you.
Although I am pretty cute.
Did I just say, who said SHIT? I didn't. Oh, don't tell me I did. I'm so sick of doing that editing.
At least it wasn't me.
I'm going to check that. I don't think I said it. 38-ish. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I was on this thing for a year, and it was like 700 people who auditioned. Then it was brought down to 15, and then 4 of us were selected, of which I was one. And I was with the comic relief. They basically said at 3 months.
You really worked. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You really worked at it, and you really looked great.
No, I lost the most weight of the 3.
And we really modified what we were eating at home, and I hope you felt that I was supportive of that.
And I'm a little when I decide to do something, I pretty much just do it. I'm pretty good at that. And so, I lost like 35 pounds, and it was pretty good. But I hated it. At 3 months in, they said, one of the interviews, they were like, usually after 3 months, it becomes a habit for you, and it really becomes an important part. I'm like, no, I hate you. I hate this. This is all BS.
You were not happy.
No, I didn't like it, but I was cool.
So James should get ready.
All right, so James.
Have you adequately prepared him?
Oh, James knows what we're all about. James,
have you discussed
James
P90X and the length of time you did P90X? I just want to know. What?
Help a brother out.
You have some in there.
I would like a little bit more,
I'm just saying.
Seen the way you play. So P90X, we did it. Melissa, now
I
be careful.
Did it for about
be careful
2 weeks.
with me.
I did it 2 weeks.
You don't want to mess with me on this.
I'm just saying I did it 2 weeks.
You didn't do it 2 weeks.
Oh yes,
God,
I did. No, I did. I did 2 weeks.
No, you didn't.
2 weeks.
You didn't even come close to 2 weeks.
That's not true.
All right, whatever. So
you didn't know because you were in bed sleeping when I was doing it.
Because I've got to make this pretty.
I'm just saying, I did it 2 weeks.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Anyways, it did happen.
No, it did not. So, anywho, okay, all right, you're lying. So
I'm gonna reach across the table and smack you
again. Really?
You should at least give me due credit.
Okay, you did it for 2 weeks. P90X, we bought it from some girl in a parking
how
lot.
How long you did it?
I will. We bought P90X. I bought it on Craigslist from some girl in a parking lot. Right? She probably had 100 of them.
It looked official.
Oh, it did. It was, shrink wrapped and all. We opened it up. We played it, and we did the first one, which was cardio or whatever, and it was ridiculous. No humans can do that. It's not possible. There's a guy jumping up and down. Hey, you will like doing this. Oh, I wish I could cuss on this show.
Beep.
Wrong. It's not possible. So I did it for, I think the first one was, an hour? Was that what it was?
Probably.
I think I got into it about 30 solid minutes. I was in 30. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I sat my ass down and let Melissa finish it. Yeah, so what? I lost 35 pounds 3 years ago.
You sure did. And I have to say, you were very dedicated to that program.
It can't be done.
And I think you're going to be very dedicated to James.
We'll see. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about
we'll see. I think you're going to be dedicated to James. You've been wearing these absolutely ugliest shoes I've ever
James,
seen.
Already. See? James, see what you're doing to me? You're killing me with my shoes.
They definitely do not have a hotness factor. They do, and it would be in the negatives.
No. What it does is generates a lot of positive feedback. I got a lot of people asking, wow, I didn't have the guts to put those on. I admit, that's not good.
No. Do you remember when we saw those people in the store with them on? What was your
I don't remember.
thought?
No.
Beep, beep, beep. Those shoes, beep, beep, beep. That's how it went.
First of all, I don't cuss that often.
Yes, you
anyways,
do.
What's fascinating, look at these. Those shows are ridiculous. The shoes are ridiculous from Maya. Maya, so far, I will tell you, I am a week into this, and I think James might be on to something.
Yes, you're feeling a little something, aren't you?
It's a little bit better
and
now.
I'm not talking about that loving feeling.
Who loves and loves? I love you, baby. Let's talk about my shoes with little toes. I've got 10 little angels. They are giving me hugs. Do you want some hugs from my toe angels?
No. Definitely
pretty good. So yeah, James was like, hey, you know what? Why don't you go out and just do some walking? I'm like, I can't do it. Got feet problems. He goes,
you gotta
really?
go all the way back to when you were a monkey.
What? You think these are monkey feet?
Yes.
Jeff thinks these are Skeletor feet.
No, monkey,
Right,
definitely monkey.
He's like, try them out because they're having because what you're doing before with the stuff in your shoes and the things, and that's not what you need. What you need is
overprotecting.
Yeah, he goes, you got to get your feet in shape. So really, feet in shape? That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. No, put them on. So
you have good
James
feet.
will tell you that he told me that he's a client of ours and of Podworks, and we've done some videos for him, some very very good videos, I might add. And he said, just try them out. So that day, I was like Roadrunner. Boop, boom, bing! I went off to REI and bought these shoes. Bing! There's a better sound effect for that. And I went out and bought them, and come to find out, I have the exact same ones that James has. Exact same ones. When we met this morning.
Does James wear these around?
Yes.
So when he comes in, oh my God.
Now, he didn't wear them. He didn't wear them to our studio because he says he doesn't like to drive in them, which I understand. It's a little weird, but I do. Look at
You're a rebel.
They're like, wear them for 15 minutes the first day. I was like, come on. Real men don't wear monkey shoes for 15 minutes.
Period.
They put them. That's pretty good. No, real men wear them all the time. So I got them. I'm wearing them all the time. I have business meetings with people with these shoes on. I do it. You know what? I haven't gotten a deal since then. Not true. Actually, it's not true. But nonetheless, I'm wearing them, and it's getting a little better. But the deal was...
It is getting better.
Seems like it is. It's still... I mean, I've had, feet problems for a long time.
Well, it's kind of chronic,
so
I'll be very curious. I hope that it helps you.
Me too.
Because we're young, and we have a lot of traveling and a lot of walking to do.
We do. No, it's
And you're coming
good.
along, so you better get those feet in shape.
James doesn't like to have his toes on the gas pedal. I get it. Use the ball. Let me help you, James. Use the balls of your feet. I'm here to help you. Oh, but he did something today. Oh, I got to tell you what. Okay. So anyways, we just said, you know what? I need to get in shape, and Jacob wants to get in shape, so we're going to really try to get in shape.
And I need to get in shape, so you signed me up.
So I signed you up.
And some people are like, oh, gosh, were you insulted by that?
No.
No, some people are asking me if I was
How
insulted.
did you handle that?
I said no.
Poorly or good?
No, I said I was not insulted.
Good.
No,
At least he's not saying, hey, here's some P90X. Why don't you go kill yourself?
No, I wasn't. But honestly, some people have asked me, were you insulted?
Who asked you that?
People.
Anybody I know?
Yes.
Who?
People.
Well, they're not going to be our friends anymore, are they?
They're going to be my friends.
Well, not
just
really.
because they might be insulted.
Well, there's no reason to be insulted. You want to get in shape. I want to get in shape.
Well, I used to be in shape.
Okay. So, anyways.
You disagree? I used to freaking rollerblade miles and miles.
Okay.
Used to cycle a lot.
Okay. What I'm trying to say.
The way you said it sounded like you were disagreeing with
Enough.
me.
Stop making people mad. Everybody's mad. They're mad at you for yelling at me.
I don't think so.
Why? Vegas Life today says my feet look like Sasquatch.
They're not. That's not about me. They're not.
No, I'm just saying they're just mad. I'm just saying that. Okay. So, anyways,
Are you deflecting.
Doug, Jacob and I have decided. Okay, we're going to hang out with James and we're going to get fit. And today was our first day. We call this day what? Torture Tuesday. Now I thought.
Are you only going 1 day a week?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because I was told I was signed up for 2 days a week. Which I'm actually glad for.
Guess what I learned today?
You're 2 days.
2 days. Not happy about that, but that's what it is.
I'm happy. What days are you going?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Me too. What time are you going?
I'm going at 8 o'clock.
Oh, you big wussy.
Why?
Are you serious?
What time are you going?
6:15.
Good.
Jesus,
Good.
Are you serious? 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
You are a big wussy.
Really? Is how you're treating your husband after being gone?
Yeah, you should get up and get there a bit earlier.
You're
and
fascinating
you
because
should get your day
you
going.
are like this morning. You're like, or when you came last. Yeah, I so missed you.
I did.
I really missed you. And now you're calling me a big wussy.
Well, you
can't do that.
They're
not mutually exclusive. Yes, they are. You can't call me a wussy and go, I really miss you. You're the greatest husband.
Yes, I can.
You're the greatest husband in the world.
I'm just saying.
Greatest husband.
You're like, your alarm goes off. You're like,
run your own business and you can do whatever you want.
I work just as many hours as you do.
Baby. Run your own business.
I work just as many, if not more hours than you do.
I don't disagree. So you're going to be there at 6:15? Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, the thing is I don't have to shower first. I just have to get up and get dressed and get down there.
Hey, did he? Oh, so you haven't met him yet. So here's what we did. So we get there at 8 this morning.
No, but I feel like I know James, and he feels like he knows me. So I'm guessing you must talk about us both a lot.
I think he watches the show a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and so he's on right now, kibitzing. 6:15 for you. He's actually saying that.
I'm going to be there.
All right. Okay. Let's don't get all uppity in my face. So we get there at 8.
And it includes a big vacation.
What are you talking about? What's the goal? Let's hear the goal.
No, I just want to really get in shape, and then I really want to go to French Polynesia.
What?
Actually, scrap that. I want to go to Australia. French Polynesia might be a little sleepy time for you.
Oh my God.
And for me. So in my head, just so you know, we're going to get in shape and we're going to Australia.
I didn't get that memo.
Okay, I'm going to Australia and I hope you come with me.
Yeah, that sounds great. And Sally's going as well. What's going on? She just said me too.
Where's she going?
I think she's going to Australia.
Oh, come along. Sally and I are going, and I bet you Cheryl will come too.
Great.
Sally.
I don't think that's fair.
Oh.
Jacob's got to work. Somebody's got to man the network.
So Sally works.
I could have Wayne do it, but he's not trustworthy.
Sally and Cheryl and I can go.
All right, let's keep moving on here because I got to go beat up on Wayne for a minute here. Anyways, so we get there today. First thing, James. Now, James
You're practically at work. We could have had breakfast.
James is a. Are you quite done? I'm trying to tell you my story. I'm going to tell you what you're up against. Here's what's going to come up your first day there.
James and I are like this.
We'll see.
We're like that.
So we're going to be talking about James for a lot because I believe he's going to make me cry like a little girl.
Really?
We'll see. We'll see.
No.
So we get there. Here we go. It's Jacob. It's Scott. It's James. Starts off a little interview. Hey, what's your goal? My goal is not to be here. I like to be sleeping time because I don't like to get up until 7:30.
Yeah, your alarm went off today.
I didn't like it. And so he asked us some goals. And my goal is I like to lose 30 pounds and I like to be able to, I don't know, climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I want to lose 30 pounds. I like to have, upper body strength. I'm a musician-y kind of guy. Yada, yada, yada. And, did you know that Jacob is an ex-basketball player, college-level basketball player?
Nope.
Nope, didn't I either. And guess what? He's my partner. Okay. So I've got a 6'4" ex-college basketball player who's who's my workout partner.
How come he never tells us this stuff?
Guess how that makes me feel?
Why is he so
Crappy.
private? Jacob, share, we love you and we're your friends. He played college-level basketball? Sucker!
University.
Sucker.
Yeah, I'm sitting around.
I bet you're wishing you were getting up at 6 o'clock to go with me, aren't you?
Because we take turns talking about it. I'm like, Scott, what do you think? I was like, well, I want to learn 30 pounds. And he goes, and Jacob, do you have any physical or any, sports in the background? Yeah. Oh, what's that? Well, in college, I played basketball. Like, what?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on. Really?
And, so he has some good
what'd you play?
endurance.
Power forward. I even played center. What?
Jacob's a very private guy.
Oh,
but how could we not know this?
How private can he be? He runs around hugging me. That's not.
But he doesn't want to discuss college days. But wow, did Sally know?
Sally, did you know that? I didn't know that. Sally just wrote, I didn't know that.
See? Jacob's very private.
Sally, is Jacob not with you?
Jacob is Sally's husband.
Right. Right. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, that's fun. That seems fair. I've got a guy who's 6'4", strong black guy.
Hey,
and guess
what about me?
But guess
what about me? You just polished that off.
I'm making up for last weekend when you drank literally 7/8 of that champagne. So now we're gonna test our ability to do physical things. Sounds good.
Like how
Squats
your flexibility
and
is.
push-ups and planks and all that stuff.
God. I'm in such horrible shape.
I wasn't looking forward to it.
But
so
everybody needs a starting point.
That's right. Now, it was pretty funny because...
Now, are you feeling positive there?
No.
Why?
I'm sad and crying because I'm 30 pounds overweight.
But you're doing something. I'm way more than that, and you're doing something very proactive.
All right. So, actually, the first thing is, what kind of music do you want? And I'm like, well, I like
music.
Rock. Yeah, because he plays music in the...
But isn't there other people in the gym?
No, it was just us at that time. He goes, well, and I said, I like, kind of the rock stuff. He goes, oh, we call that old man rock and roll.
James, how do you?
By the way, it was great.
Disco.
It was a little AC/DC, and it was Led Zeppelin. It was Van Halen. It was not old man rock and roll. It was great rock and roll.
It is old man rock and roll, but I'd be curious.
Like, come on,
what
man.
am I gonna say?
You're gonna say
I like everything.
Yeah. Well, what kind of music motivates you? He said, "Oh, I like the rock. Old man rock. Really? I'm getting enough of this old man bullshit." Didn't say it.
You do get AARP stuff in the mail.
Your evil is amazing.
I'm just
Your
saying.
level of evil.
You
People
do.
look at you and they think, "Oh, she's a sweet gal. She's
I
sweet
am.
and funny." You're not. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk
I even
about.
told my brother he turns 50, in a couple weeks, and I said, "Oh, get ready."
David is almost. It's not 50.
Roger.
Oh, Roger. I thought David is what?
50 something.
Yeah. Okay. And retired, and it's paid for his house. Anyways, what?
They don't need to know all my family's business.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, that's
I'm
inappropriate.
proud that he could do that, and I can't.
Inappropriate.
All right. Well, that's it, and that's the end of the show. Good night.
Seriously.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Good night.
Seriously, that upsets me.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have done that right then. You shouldn't have done it. You should have smacked me around later, and I would have learned my lesson. May I begin? May I continue my story?
Yeah.
So he tests us and doing a lot of things. And I didn't do too bad. I was okay.
How's your flexibility?
James, how was my flexibility? He actually thought it was not bad. He was a little surprised.
My God.
No, he
Seriously?
wasn't surprised. He said it wasn't bad.
I'm surprised.
Oh,
I'm surprised he was surprised.
I could do my leg movers and stuff. I actually had very good squats. He'll say very good squats.
Did he ask you to touch your toes?
No.
Do that test on Thursday and see what happens.
Why? That's not important. Not bad, in fact. See, James is in there. He was very complimentary. Not bad. He's like, those are very good squats. What he said was, apparently Malou taught you how to do squats. Malou can't spell the word but. She couldn't teach me spell squats. Trust me. But anyways, so we're doing it. And then he does this thing. Now, I called it the Spider-Man push-up. It's not. The Spider-Man push-up officially is different. I'm going to try to describe this, but only Jesus can do this. And so here's what you do. You're laying on your stomach with your hands like this, like on your ears like this. So you're flat, right?
Yes.
You with me? Do a push-up like this. But you can't lift your elbows up and push up.
So what do? Use your belly?
You use your belly. You use your core, which is made of three components. Well, you use your core, and you go, and you lift up. So James did it. Look at his split. I'm
confused. Explain how you get up again.
You do it. Your core tightens up.
Yeah.
Right.
But how do you get up if you don't push off your hands?
Well, you do push off, but you can't put your elbows up first and push out. You're like this. So your core gets strong, and then you're lifting like, let me see, like this, as opposed to like this. Do you understand?
Show me again.
So you're like this. You're flat on the ground like this, right? And hold on, let me just do it like this. Give me a sec. Okay. So I'm flat on the ground. Here's the floor. A push-up is normally like this, and you push up, right?
Yeah.
You with me?
That's why it's called a push-up.
Right. Thank you. Man, it's going to be the greatest show ever. So here, you've got your hands like this, and you tighten your stomach somehow, by magic, I believe, and then you lift up like that off the ground. So what was so funny.
Could Jacob do it?
No. He couldn't. He cheated. And I caught him. I called him on it because I'm like, I can't have him cheating on me. No, but he did. So James was like, can you do this? I'm like, I looked at it and went, that's not even, humans don't do that. That can't be done. Jacob tried it, and he put his elbows up. And James was like, oh, that was very good. I said, wait a minute. He put his elbows up. Do it again. Elbows down. Not quite as good. He thinks people can do that. I will never be able to do that.
No, I bet you will.
I won't. But if I can, then James is literally God.
Well, now, are you wanting to build strength, or are you wanting to lose weight?
He asked me those questions, too.
Goal?
I want to lose weight. I want to knock off 30 pounds. I like more upper body strength, a little bit more over here. And 30 pounds. Upper body strength. You know, musicians tend to be weak upper body. I like to have a little bit more going on there. But, 30 pounds would be good. He said, no. Did he talk to you about Coke?
No.
About Diet Coke?
Oh, James.
This
James,
is going
get
to be
ready to
fun.
rumble.
Yeah, because he's like, that stuff's poison. I said, I can't do anything about it. Melissa keeps buying it. And
what about coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Me neither. But what's he say about that?
Why would I ask him about that if we don't drink it?
Well, no, I'm just curious. What is the opinion?
We didn't talk about it.
Does he not talk about give and take?
He does. He actually said I could go to McDonald's and buy a fish fillet if I just threw out the buns, which means I'm trying to eat goo on top of a fish fillet.
Well, it would be good. Well, because honestly, and James and I will talk about this, but I'm curious.
What made you laugh right there?
Well, I'm very curious. No, I'm very curious to know his advice because we're very busy. And we are sort of on the go at all hours. So I'm going to be really curious about his advice, So if you went to McDonald's, because we know you will go.
Wait a minute. I just saw a thing. Sally just said, I once had Jacob video me. What do you think that means?
You had Jacob video you?
Sally just had Jacob video her. What do you think that was all about?
We don't need to know about that stuff.
I think that's pay-per-view.
I think we don't.
Sally, why don't you keep that to yourself, please?
What are you drinking over there? And no, we don't need to know about what you and Jacob are videotaping.
Right, let's try to keep
Stick
that down.
to the show.
Right.
Stick to the show.
Come on, Sally.
No, but seriously, because honestly, I know that you are incredibly busy. I at least have some options because where I work, at our company, we have a cafe and there's a salad bar.
Just to clarify, Sally was being videotaped doing a push-up. Okay. That's a little bit better.
But seriously, I'd be very curious how he will advise you on your diet.
He said we don't eat enough, often enough.
You don't eat frequently enough.
Right. And he was happy that I had protein in the morning. I either have, cereal with milk or I have that protein shake that you get things. But no, this is going to be rough, and I'm going to go through. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date what's going on here because this will be fascinating because the majority of us are overweight, and I think it's kind of interesting. And, I think James might be a nice guy.
I think it's especially at our age, honey. I think at our age.
Yeah.
Like I'm 45, right? And you're...
I'm sorry, you're how old?
And...
Whoa. How old?
45. But you're 50.
I didn't know. What?
And seriously, I think you don't get it in life. You don't get a do-over very often. So I do think it's important, and I'm very much looking forward to meeting you, James. Hopefully, you got my email, and I want to get this assessment over with early this week.
By the way, he has one of the best laughs ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good laugh.
Well, I like a laugher. But honestly,
he laughed at me the whole time I was trying to do a push-up. No, I'm kidding. He's just.
I'm really trying to get in to see him to do the assessment this week.
Yeah.
So that on Tuesday we're working.
Yep. Yeah.
But so far I'm available late afternoon in the evenings, and he's available at like 11. So we haven't, or on Saturday, but you've planned my Saturday, so
that's right because you're busy.
I don't have he and I have not quite synced up, so I may not see him until Tuesday, but I'm trying to get in to see him.
Already,
this
you're
week.
Backing out. That's okay. I'm going to be ahead of you.
No. I'm trying to say, James, late afternoon, evenings. I could not go to golf.
Well, that's not good. You got to do that because we're about ready to talk a little bit about golf.
No, I'm saying any evening.
Does tomorrow at 4 p.m. work for you? It
yes.
doesn't. It does. He just asked that.
Yes.
Well, this makes for compelling radio, doesn't it?
I'll be there.
All right, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Did you catch that, James? You're on, baby. That's me. All of a sudden, I'm a
Pencil
secretary.
me in. I'll be there.
Really? There you go. Okay. So, we get we have a new toll-free number here. Oh, no. What are you doing there?
I'm just writing it down so I can remember.
No, you can't write on that because that's my people who cuss number thing.
You have more pages underneath, babe.
All right. Anyways, we have toll-free number. Remember, 866-966-4599. We mentioned previously in the show that a young man named Wayne, young, immature, not very friendly, he left a voicemail. Let's go ahead and hear that now. Wanna?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're going to have a little chit-chat about that.
Hi, my name is Wayne. I'm a longtime helper.
Stop. Let's start with that. Wayne, that sound of that voice, how old does he sound? What, about 10? Right?
He does not sound that young.
About 10? Let's hear it again. Let's just make sure I could be wrong. Oh, Wayne, this is going to go so bad.
Hi, my name is Wayne. I'm a longtime helper.
Hello, my name is Wayne. Let me actually see if I can approximate Wayne's voice while,
he does not
sound... This is the way Wayne would like to talk, but that's not how he sounds.
Hi, my name is Wayne, and I'd like to have a little conversation about what you guys are doing on the big podcast. Anyways, I really like the show, and that's the way Wayne sounds to me.
It's good to be the boss. Okay, Wayne, let's go ahead and hear you again, big fella.
My name is Wayne. I'm a longtime helper, first-time caller.
So he is a long-time helper, first-time caller. Again, as I mentioned before, Wayne is our helper guy
God,
on
that's so funny.
By the way, he's got a degree in online video. Or
he's awesome.
No, he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Not that you're going to admit it.
No, he's
because right now he's your enemy.
No, because he sounds like this.
Hi, my name is Wayne, and I would really like to have a little conversation about playing a little golf with you. I'm a mini golf player.
Yeah, it's going to go really rough for you, Wayne. Okay, here's Wayne.
Is Wayne on the chat?
No, why would he be? He's completely freaked out about me. Can you blame him? He's scared to death. He didn't have the guts to be on chat. Come on, Wayne. Come on, big fella. That's right. And there you go. Okay, here we go.
My question for Scott is, Scott, when you go out and order a senior coffee or go to...
Senior coffee. Again, a lack of respect to those of us who are AARP.
Awesome.
Really? That's awesome? Those of us who have who are mailed consistently
so
by
funny.
the good folks at the AARP, who I am still not convinced they provide any added value. Let's continue on. That's fine.
He's so funny.
Continue on.
It's hilarious.
All right, Wayne's Neon Vacation's got it. Wayne's probably in bed right now. You're right, because it's past his fucking bedtime. God damn it.
Oh, good job. Your list is adding up quite quickly.
Man, 104. You know what? This is fun.
Twist it.
I got a pen that when you press it, it just glows.
It's amazing.
I know.
It attracts people to the job fair booth.
Whatever. All I know
Like a
is
lightsaber.
Wayne has made me cuss. I can't have cussing in this game. There's no cussing in living in Las Vegas.
Let's hear this thing.
Let's begin.
A senior matinee, do you find that they're carding you for that, or do they just take your word for it?
Okay, so what he's asking is...
Or do they just take your word for it? Oh my God, that is so funny. That is so funny. Do they card you or do they take your word for it? Let's hear some more. Honestly,
you
don't
done?
think it's funny?
Are you quite finished?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Really?
Yes,
That's good.
yes.
Okay, good. That's right. You know, when it comes to a strong marriage, let your Uncle Scott have a chit chat with you. When it comes to a strong marriage, I think one of the underlying crucial aspects of it is to have your spouse support you during the time of attacks. That's what I think is important.
Oh, God,
Meanwhile,
so
I'm
funny.
dealing with this. Okay, here we go. Let's continue on with Wayne, who continues to be approximately 13 years old. Let's begin.
My question for Melissa is, Melissa, when you go out with Scott to dinner or to see a show or something, do you find more that people confuse Scott as your dad or that you're out with your grandfather for that evening?
Okay, so
My dad or my grandfather?
that's awesome.
Often, I do get asked if you're my dad.
Not now.
But
That's completely crap. So it happened one time.
No. Multiple times.
Oh, when? Let's
At restaurants, usually. But one time at
By
the
the way, look
pottery
at me.
place. One time
and
at
don't
the
look
pottery
at the monitor.
place.
Yeah, there was a pottery place. It was
And
the
at dinner.
only time.
And I'm at dinner, and you know,
Wayne,
I
am going to.
I took Heather and Savannah to
Telling
dinner.
you, Wayne, this is going to go
listen
very,
to me.
very poorly for you.
I took Heather and Savannah to dinner, and they're like, "Oh, is this your sisters?"
Okay,
And
so
then another time I was at Home Depot with Heather, and they're like, "Oh, are you guys sisters hanging out?"
This happened one time. This was
Multiple
when we were
times.
first dating. We went to a place where you create your own pottery and stuff. And when I went to pay for it, they said, "Are you basically covering all your daughters?" I said, "The two of them, yes, and I'm dating that one." Okay, let's continue on with the evil that
man.
is Wayne.
Daughter or father or grandfather, that's classic.
Right, oh man, I'm telling you, I can't wait to beat him to death. Saturday's going to go very poorly for him.
Oh, God.
There we go.
And then finally, as it relates to mini golf,
Here it comes. Stand by.
for discussion, would you say the last time that Scott has played mini golf was Eisenhower president, or was that more in the Truman era?
Okay, so first of all,
Not even JFK.
no. First of all, I wasn't born
Ford
for either
or
of those,
Reagan.
nor was he. So let me just go ahead and finish off this masterpiece.
And I look forward to and anticipate your answers. Have a great show.
Okay, so let me answer it in the voice of Wayne.
Well, Wayne, I think a couple things I should probably cover first. First of all, I wasn't born in Eisenhower, and by the way, you did a lovely job of reading your script. You couldn't have come up with that by yourself off the top. Oh, you're a script reader, and you're not going to have a script when it comes time to me.
Beating your ass in golf. That's what's going to happen.
Do you need to bleep out?
No, that's going in. We're in. All right, so that was Wayne. That's who I have to deal with. That's who we all have to deal with. Okay?
You love Wayne.
Okay. So with that, we're already an hour plus into it, but we still have one more thing to talk about. Should we talk about it, or should we do that next time? What do you think? We should probably let it go.
Well, we'll save it, and if we need to talk about it, we can.
Right, because we got a whole other thing to talk about, but we can, probably put that back to the next one.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Sure.
Want to do that? All right.
Sure.
All right. We'll talk about. We're
friends. We'll talk again next week.
Right. There'll be one less listener. Of course, Wayne will be dead. But we'll talk about our dinner at Capitol Grill next week,
which was
outstanding.
Great.
There's some really cool stories to go on here, but we're at an hour 10 now. That's just about enough. Okay. All right, Wayne. Saturday, big
You're coming
fella.
for him, aren't you, baby?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I've got a secret weapon. Somebody whispered in my ear last night, "Oh, I got an idea for you." Who was that? Somebody? Her. Uh-oh. Trouble now, big fella. All right. That's it. That's it for the big show. Thanks, everybody. That was a lot of fun.
Sure was.
It was. Quiet. By the way, that song is Gajazzathon from the... I'm sorry, that song is called Tanqueray and Tonic. No, it's not. It's called Gin and Tonic from the Gajazzathon CD, available to anybody but Wayne.
Which I hope all this work with James allows you to play guitar a bit more. I would like to add that to James.
That's not going to have anything to do with it.
I miss you playing guitar.
Yeah, but that's not going to have anything to do with it.
I do.
I played a little bit this weekend.
And I wasn't here.
And you weren't here. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody for playing along with us again, with the exception of who? Wayne. We're taking that boy out. All right. Again, you can check out our toll-free number at 866-966-4599. Give a call like Wayne does, but actually come across as, what's the word I'm looking for? Intelligent and older than 10. And if you want to send your email, we'd like for you to do that as well. That's on-air-q at livinginlasvegas.com. I'm sorry, livinginlv.com. I'm a little riled up because I had to deal with a 4-year-old.
You are a little riled up.
Oh, look at that. Even the music's over. And, hey, it's been a while since we talked about the Friends of the Living in Las Vegas page. Send your photos. Wayne, go ahead and send your photo. Go ahead. Oh, let's see what Wayne looks like. I forgot. I got a picture of him. Look at him. Look how corrupt he looks. There he is.
You didn't talk about pub crawl.
That's Wayne. I did. We did.
Oh, you did?
There he is. Look at him eating his pizza. He looks.
He's a good-looking guy.
No, we're gonna hurt him like
strapping young man.
We're gonna knock him down like a bad habit.
Look how good my orange purse looks in the
That's
background.
nice. Anyways, there is Wayne. We're done with Wayne. I'm gonna miss Wayne. He's a helpful bee, but sometimes you gotta, at the bud. All right. Anyways, that's it. That's the big show, guys. Thanks very much for playing along. And I think we'll probably be done right now. Anything else you want to say, Princess?
No.
Then let's be done.
See you next week.
Credits are happening. Yeah, she's pretty hot. We're still working on him.